Alright guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Today I am actually not even remotely close to the water. I'm sitting in a hotel room. As some of you know, I'm still involved with the military, and I got picked up for the COVID mission. So I've been out here, I've been off the water, I've been trying to upload some videos that I've had, but nonetheless I did order some stuff for one of my reels. Some of you have seen me fish with this reel before, this Concept TX. Caught a lot of fish with it and lost some really good fish with it because the gearing issue. Sent a message out to 13 Fishing, and they actually sent me out this here. They sent this. We have a new gear and a new pinion gear. So I'm going to go ahead and install those, and I'm going to go ahead and shoot video while I'm doing that. This way you guys can kind of at least see the process, see what it looks like, and if you haven't ever taken one of these reels apart, at least you have kind of an idea what it looks like on the inside. I'm not a pro, but I do kind of take my own reels apart. I do service my own stuff. I lube everything up. So with that, let's get started. Okay, first off, you can see it still runs pretty good. I've already replaced the gear, I think, twice on this one, and it still spins really good. Handles great. Spool still spins great. But now with this new gear, I'm going to go ahead and put it in there so I don't have to worry about the corrosion. Now, it has been a minute since I've actually taken it all the way apart and cleaned it all out, so it may be a little on the messy side, but I am definitely going to go ahead and do that right now. So let's just see what we were dealing with. First, we'll take this off here. I try not to take too much time, guys. I don't want the video to go on forever, so these are all the little parts. I just kind of take them apart in an order. It's like this. I have an idea of how everything goes together. So I guess I can stick it in camera view. This way you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Then when you take this off, be careful. You got that spring up underneath. The spring's on the bottom right here. There you go. You see this piece, if you don't be careful, it'll lose. You see that little pit, that little there's a little spring underneath there, and there's a little dimple on that thing, and it bounces up and down, hits these ridges down here. That's how it makes a clicking noise while you're adjusting your drag. So just be careful with that. You don't want to lose that little spring in there, otherwise it won't be able to make the clicking noise. And take this here off. And this is pretty tight, so let me grab the pliers over here. Normally I have my other wrenches with me, but since I am out here on away from home, away from all my tools, I only have certain tools that I have with me, so I didn't bring everything with me, just the bare basics. This just looks rough. Okay, there we go. Alright. Set these. Now these two little washers here, they're concave. You want to have them facing with little concaves, have the little gap on them like that. Alright, so when you put it back together, make sure you do that. If not, then your drag won't work right, and you'll have quite a few other little issues with it. Okay, it's not in there right now. So let's open up this beetle wing and start unscrewing these screws. On this Concept TX, you have 1, 2, 3, then you have one more over here. It's, I believe it's one more right there. I know the Shimano's have one more right there. It may just be those three. Oh no, there it is. It's on this other side. It's been a minute since I've taken this apart, so that's what I'm saying. It's we'll see what it's going to look like on the inside, because like I said, it's been a little bit neglected since the last time. Since I took it apart, I took it out a few times to fish with, but I haven't exactly fished with it a whole lot since the last time. I lost a couple of really good fish. I lost a bull red out in Matagorda Marsh, out in one of the back lakes over there, and was not happy about it. Oh, I was not happy about it. You've seen that video. It's I think that video name is Day of the Bulls. I'll see if maybe if I can figure out how to put a link in here to add that, so you guys can take a look at it. You can see this reel actually hooking up into a really good fish on top water, and then all of a sudden the gears just went out on it, and it would not reel in. I was fighting it, and then the fish got in grass and lost it. So there we go. Now those are up. Close this back up just to get it, keep that middle wing from spinning around. My goodness, this thing's a little on the tighter side, tighter than I was thinking. Okay, we got that thing off. It was a little bit of a booger to get it off, but we got it off. Here we go. Let's take this open. See what we're dealing with here. All in all, it's you can see where I sprayed some of the corrosion X in there, so it's a little on the gunky side. Pull these springs off right quick. Pinion gear, little pinion gear, guide. Here's the old main gear, and I forgot to get a paper towel. Give me 1 second, I'll get a paper towel. And the reason I use a paper towel on this is because they're really absorbent, and it gives me the opportunity to clean everything off while I'm inside, taking everything out, making sure everything's smooth. There's no nicks, no burrs on anything. It's still good. Right up underneath here, you have this other drag washer. So, I'm sorry, I kind of have things scattered around a little bit, but I've done this quite a bit, so I know what goes where. So these are still my screws for the reel. And then here's for my drag washer, and here's the main gear that we're swapping out. And you can see how this gear here is aluminum, and you see how it has that little bit of a discoloration right here. Well, that's what happens throughout the time when you're fishing with this reel in salt water. It was supposedly rated for salt water, but this gear right here, and this is something that's been happening with a lot of other Texas or TX reels, is that this main gear right here starts to go out. The pinion gear, on the other hand, it's brass, so that part doesn't go out so much, but this gear does. That's what I'm saying. This is like my second or third one I've already had to replace on this. So, but outside of that, the reel's been working great, but this one piece, and I've had a lot of people that I've talked to like, oh, I don't like 13 fishing, they got crappy gears, everything's in there's plastic. And I can tell you right now, it's not that everything's plastic, it's just that this specific gear is what causes all the issues. The plastic gears that they're referring to are these two right here, but I can tell you this, most reel companies, those two gears right there, those are plastic. Everybody that I've seen, Shimano, Daiwa, even the my good night, my Garcias, those are plastic. So now if they're made out of metal and I just don't know it, then okay, but it looks like it's all plastic to me, and that's what I've been dealing with. So right now I'm going to leave this right here. Let me get this apart, take this piece here apart. Now this one is a little bit different than your other reels, other brands, because there's a couple of different washers that are in here, and these are all. This reel's got a, I believe it's a 20-something pound drag on it, and it's because of all the carbon fiber washers that are in it and the way they're stacked and the way they're designed. So here's one, sits right up underneath this one here. Then you have this one that goes next. Now this one, this specific gear, and it looks like that one has it too, it's notched. You see how these little, let's see if we move this out of the way, but you see how these little notches are right here? It slides into notches that are right here on the gear. So it has to sit in there just right, or it won't sit right. And if you try to smash it down, you'll bend those little tabs, and then your drag won't work the way you want it to, and you'll be wondering why is my reel not working right? My drag's not working right. And well, that's one of the reasons that'll be. It's because of that right there. So, and here is the last of the carbon washers. And when you're doing these, be careful, don't rub real hard on them, because since they're carbon fiber, or they're some type of a fiber, I'm thinking it's a carbon fiber, it's they'll break if you treat them rough. So now that I have this off, and you can see, well, let me clean it up a little bit better, because you still can't see very well. You can see the little notches that I was talking about right here. You have this notch here and this notch here, smooth all the way around. And that's where this piece right here, these little notches up here, lock right into there. They fall into it and it sits in there. So when you're putting it all together, you got to make sure you got it all lined out. Whether if you're using this specific gear or you're going to the new gear, I'm gonna see how it lines up in the new gear. I'm kind of curious. But before I pull the new gear out, I'm going to go ahead and clean all of this up right quick and see how long we can get this done real fast. Hopefully we get it done pretty quick, because I don't want to waste too much of y'all's time, and I don't want to eat up too much video time, because this isn't about cleaning the reel or lubing the reel up. This is mainly a video about changing out that gear. Over here, which that is not supposed to happen. That was not good. All I'm doing is just kind of going through, picking up a lot of that loose oil and grease that's been in here. Okay, so nice and clean. Come over here, pick up a lot of that too. Some people don't like using Q-tips. I just do. It's what I've been using for years. It works. They're absorbent. And if it can go in your ear, why can't you clean your reel with it, right? Or I guess it's not really going in your ear, it's just it's not supposed to go in your ear, is what they say. Now the grease I use, it's pin grease, but it's not just a straight grease. I actually broke it down with some Corrosion X to help thin it out. It's one of the things when I was working with at another company, and we were out doing work, and we had grease, and we needed to make this grease a little bit thinner but viscous at the same time, and it still was just as effective. We poured a certain oil into it, and it helped it just super smooth. So I just kind of carry that practice over here with me on my reels, and it's something that I do now, and everything's worked so good when I do that. Okay, pinion gears in. Let's drop. Oh yeah, we got to put some grease inside of here, because if you don't lube your drag and all where drag makes contact at, it's not gonna. I'm gonna lube the whole thing because I want it to have at least a light coat on it, like this. It helps contain it, keep it from corroding, because we all know if you fish in salt, salt will corrode the hell out of everything. So you gotta put a light coat of grease on everything just to kind of as a little protectant. Then you can do that, or you cannot do that. That's your choice. Me personally, I do it because I want to protect my stuff. It just makes sense. Put a lot of money into my stuff, I'm going to take care of my stuff. Okay, so now one of the things I'm going to do, I'm getting ahead of myself here. I don't want to let that get dry. I need to put this one on here. Drop this bad boy back in here. Get back over there. Put that on there. Put some lube on this washer here. And I make it look like it's kind of really thick coat. Okay, I don't know how much the video caught, but I went ahead and reassembled everything, got it all back together. It's working good. I've been sitting here talking for a while and didn't realize that the camera was off. So hopefully I got the camera putting everything back together. You see what the gear looked like. It's all back in, everything's in there. Here's the old one, that's what it looked like. And here is the old gear. Here's the old pinion, and here's the screws jacked up. So I'll be putting that in there, fixing that later. But all else, guys, thank y'all for watching. And I just now realized I have another washer. I'm just gonna go ahead and stick this back in there. I'm not gonna go through the whole video on this because you guys seen what the new gear looks like. I just wanted to add it in there. When I cleaned it up, I didn't even realize I was in a hurry trying to beat the camera. I only had one battery. So, apologize, guys, but you know what the new gear looks like. Now you know how, if you haven't ever taken a 13 fishing concept C apart, that's what it is. And there's multiple layers of drag washers and washers in there. Alrighty, guys, hey, thank you for watching. You know, hope you enjoyed this. If you like it, cool. If you didn't, hey, no big deal. I just do this for the entertainment value, not just for you, but for me. If you do, be sure to hit that smash that like, subscribe button if you haven't already done so. And if you like this, if you want to see more videos like this on me working on my other reels and rods and whatnot, or a kayak and stuff that I do, let me know. You know, I'll be happy to start doing it and showing you guys some of that stuff. Alright, guys, till next time, maybe we'll see you on the water.